I've always stressed, get out, road trip. So practice what I preach. We're heading to Chicago and back. This time we're gonna hit different chargers than the last time, so it's a different video. Let's go for a ride. Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you caught my video, the 5 things keeping you from enjoying your EV ownership, you know, spoiler alert, at the end, one of my main points was get out and road trip it. So that's what I'm doing, going on a trip. I am currently started off on my way to Chicago. And also, if you've been here long enough, you know I've done a Chicago road trip before, but this one's gonna be different. Obviously, it's spring, better weather, as opposed to that one being Christmas time, winter. But there's been a lot of new stations that have opened up along the way, so I'm definitely going to be trying different charging stops this time than I did on that one. So we'll expand that out. The only one that'll be kind of a repeat is on the way back. More than likely, I'll be at Wally's, but that'll be at the Ionna, which when I did it in that one was a preview. So I'll get to actually formally plug in, use it, rate it, and you know I like Wally's, so I'm going to stop at Wally's. But that won't be till the back end. Right now, my nav is set to the Rivian Adventure Network in Bloomington. It's a good for, hopefully I can make that from here. Start off 100% charge, says I should get there 15% battery. Weather's good. A little drizzle right now, but nothing bad. The wind is looking good. Right now, I'm actually looking at a flag, got a tailwind, so we'll see. Also, part of the video was I talk about not obsessing over the efficiency and relaxing a little bit. So yes, I'm looking at my range. I should roll in with 15%. I will keep an eye on my miles per kilowatt hour, and Google Maps does a really good job predicting if that starts going down. I've got options. I could stop in Springfield if I needed to top up a little bit. I don't see that, but there's also some stops in Lincoln halfway between, so I'm not going to obsess over it. If it stays close or better to the 15, we're going to make it. And I'm not going to worry. If not, I'll stop, do a quick splash and dash, and we'll go from there. I'll try to do an update between now and then, let you know how things are going. But once I get into Illinois, the distracted driving laws with using cell phones is a lot more strict for good reason. I think Missouri is woefully behind in that regards. So whether or not my bladder can make it to Bloomington is the bigger question. So I will check in between now and then, hopefully, unless I just get really lucky, but I doubt it. So here we go to Chicago and back again, but with different stops this time. What's the update? The update is my efficiency is fantastic. We went from, actually when I left my house, it was saying 12%. When I started the video back after the one stop, what was I at 14%? I'm up to 20% upon arrival. So unless something catastrophic happens, we're gonna have no problem making it to the Rivian Adventure Network without having to stop again. So currently, let's see here. Total trip, where are we at? I don't use the screen that often. 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour. That's actually really good. I usually just under 3, but I'm pretty sure if I keep looking at flags, I'm getting a pretty good tailwind. So that is going good, but I'm about an hour and a half from rolling into the charger, although there may be a slight detour that may or may not make this video. We'll see what happens. Just trying to stay awake. Got my scooters, iced Americano. Got it with the Americano. Need those espresso shots to keep me going. So there's the update. We're doing great. A lot of times this trip I can get destroyed by wind. Like obviously it's Illinois, we're in the prairie. and even the crosswinds can destroy my efficiency. But right now we're doing really well. I'm pretty impressed, actually. Temperature's great, 65 degrees. So we're just cruising along. And I will check in at the next point that I check in. So here we are in Normal, Illinois at the Rivian Adventure Network. Right here next to the Schnucks. Yes, Normal, Illinois, home of Rivian. And actually, that's why I only arrived here at 17%, because I tried to get to the factory to see if I could spy any R2s. And the road was blocked off because of the recent tornado, which is understandable. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like 8 chargers, mixture of CCS and NACS, actually. The one next to me there, a couple of those are NACS ports. You got the Schnucks, so to get the 1 cup for having amenities, but not 24 hours because there's nothing else. As I pan around slowly, nothing. Price is 53 cents a kilowatt hour, so that sucks. No trash can, no squeegee, no canopy. I'm probably also going to docket a cup for the getting in here. It's a little awkward. It may be within the mile of the highway, but it's a lot of turns and lights and just not as convenient as it needs to be for a 2 cup. And I also realized that I'm within range of Wally's, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper, and I like Wally's. So I'm just going to put in like another 3 or 4%, make sure I have enough buffer, and we're going to do an early stop. I said I was going to do that on the way back, and I probably still will. But no reason to sit here and pay 53 cents when I got to go past there anyway, and it's cheaper, and it's Wally's. So anyway, Normal, Illinois, Bloomington, Normal are like the same thing. They're right next to each other, so I always interchange them. No R2s in sight, unfortunately. Nice Ioniq 5, just pulled in as I pulled in. And we will get moving here in a minute. Made it the Ionna at Wally's. Trash can and squeegee. We got the canopy. Let's get her plugged in and enjoy much cheaper charging than in Rivian. We roll on to this side. Love these Alpies. Once again, as always, 39 cents per kilowatt hour. I mean, I did the Tesla station before, so it's going to rate pretty much the same. Except this gets the extra point for the canopy. Trash can, squeegees right off the highway. 24-hour amenities. Extra cup because of the Tesla station. Tesla got the extra cup for the Ionna station going in. Still waiting on that handshake. Going to be here a little bit. There we go. Let's see how that ramp goes. I'm not going to go too deep in this. I did it in the last Chicago road trip before this opened up. But just want to see how max, hopefully, should get up to the 150, almost 160s. Coming in at 8. I already got 1%. That's great. 140, 45. Guess she'll need, oh, that's creeping. He's still creeping. Yeah, we're going to say 150. Nice layout here because the way they did finish it, you've got pull-throughs. That is great. This is a great spot to have pull-throughs. So you got 2, 4, 6 CCS and 4 NACS. And also a pull-through on the NACS, which is great. So yeah, this is a top-rated station, just like the other Wally's with Ionna and Tesla. This will get a full, I mean, it's 100%. Can't think of any speed, price, amenities, stuff at the chargers, extra chargers if you need them. Not sure why that Rivian's paying Tesla prices. And I'm headed into Wally's, get some food and other stuff. And to also follow my advice, look at me. I'm not hiding in my car. I'm sitting in my tailgate, but we'll see if anyone wants to talk. Have a little bit of popcorn and enjoy the nice weather. While I'm sitting here finishing up my charge, I wanted to explain what happened. I wasn't sure I was coming past here. I'm taking a slight detour on my way up to check something else out. So that's why I planned on that Rivian Adventure Network stop in Normal. Plus I wanted to peep for some R2s. But when I realized, oh wait, I am coming past Wally's, it just made all the sense in the world to come up here and get a little bit cheaper charge and better amenities. So yeah, the efficiency was great. It was mostly a tailwind coming up, so that really helped. And that's it. Just wanted to clarify why I had that extra stop. That didn't really count. It will be in the Amped Americano Index. It's getting a score, but I would not have stopped if I'd realized that I had enough juice to get here and I was coming by here. I thought I was turning off before here, so just a little clarification. Made my destination out in the western suburbs of Chicago. And let's see, we made this with a 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour. Not too bad, about normal, what I would expect if I had to place a bet. That's probably what I would bet on. So with that, that's going to be a wrap up for day one. I got enough charge, I don't have to worry about it right now, so I'll probably got an idea of where I want to charge up tomorrow at a station I haven't been to yet. So I will see you at the next check-in point. So I stop at the mall and I'm going to use these Jolt Level 2 chargers while we're here. And my epic frustration, got to download their stupid app. Stop doing that. Put card readers on chargers. I ended up near Naperville at a Shell recharge station. My first time doing a Shell recharge. I was hoping to find the BP Pulse at a Thornton's, but location-wise, just didn't work out. I'm already plugged in. Y'all have seen me plug in enough. And it's supposed to be 180 kilowatts, and we're not there. I don't think we're getting there because, yeah. So it's rated at 180, probably not going to get it. As far as location, not anywhere near a highway. Price is cheap. It's only like 39 cents a kilowatt hour, I believe. Yeah, total cost. There we go. Oh, it just went up. It was 39 cents because now extra kilowatt hour. So price is good. Location, 2 cups because you got a 24-hour Circle K. Got Jersey Mike's right here. Grocery store over that way. I'm gonna check the map, but I don't think we're close enough to any interstate or highway for that to count. There is a trash can right over here. Let's go see if it's got a squeegee. But honestly, that's not too far for the squeegees. But no canopy. Nope. No squeegee here, but there's a squeegee there, and I'm probably going to use it because I need to. So, anyway, like I said, here over near Naperville, Aurora area, and this is the first time using Shell Recharge. Probably not have my hand in front of the camera. Swing around here. So maybe I'll still find a BP Pulse before I leave the area. We don't have any in St. Louis, and I just kind of wanted to try them out. Probably get the same results, but we're just kind of sticking at that 107 kilowatts, which isn't bad. I don't know how much I'll get here because I got to meet back up with family when they call me and tell me they're ready. So there we are. One more stop along the way. All right, I was able to find a BP Pulse up here in Crystal Lake at the Thornton's gas station. It's a chain of gas stations around the Chicagoland area. Most of them have BP Pulse stations. Funny thing is, none of the BP stations in the area have BP Pulse stations. I'm gonna be here longer than I wanted because that one's dead, so I'm sharing power with the Volvo next to me, so we'll see how good we go. I'm only getting like 70 kilowatts. Either way, it's a nice station. Got full amenities, so 2 cups for 24-hour service, 1 cup for the speed, is tritium dual power sharing crap. And let's see, nowhere near a highway. Price is good. It's on like 43 cents kilowatt hour. So it's not a bad stop. Just wanted to get a chance to use BP Pulse finally, since we don't have those near St. Louis. And not too much else to report. I just wish this one was running so we wouldn't have to share over here and we could both get on our way faster. But that's the life. We will continue the journey. So I had to run in, grab a coffee, a little Bogota Sunrise. Very good, very good. So yeah, we're just sitting at 70 kilowatts because of maintenance issues. And that is all. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee while I wait. All right. As I say, get out and talk to people. I had a lovely conversation with the gentleman in the Volvo, and he left, which is kind of good because now my charging rate ramped up to just about 100 kilowatts from 70, so now I won't have to be here as long. Double win. Met a nice guy, talked about charging and road tripping, and now I'm getting a little more juice. The way to do it. Guess I should point out one nice thing is, oh look, a credit card reader. Or you can do the QR code on the app. I didn't even wait to see if it had a plug-in charge, but I actually ended up using the app just because I had it open, trying to figure out if that other station was working or not. But it was really easy. It was like 2 clicks on their app, which I'd already had set up ahead of time, unlike that Jolt one from yesterday that took me, it was like 5 minutes to download the app, go through all of their crap to log in and get my credit card set up just for a level 2 charge. So I'm gonna die on the hill. Credit card readers, have the apps if you want, have plug and charge, have them all. They're just do them all and make everybody's life easier. All right, I'll stop now. Well, you've joined me on the beginning leg of the trip home. It's a wonderful 45 degrees out, so the battery's a little cooler than I like and no way to precondition it. We're sitting at 60% charge because there's nowhere to charge it around the hotel where I'm staying. But we're going to do it. First stop's going to be Wally's. It's the best place leaving out of here, especially without a full charge. Give me some breakfast too. And a good charge at the Ionna. Second stop, there's a new Ionna in Springfield I haven't hit yet, so I want to hit them, and I should be all I need, unless something changes efficiency-wise. That's my plan, but I don't need to get home with anything but being able to pull in the garage and plug it in, so I don't expect much. I've done this before, but it always depends on the wind, really, with this drive, heading back towards St. Louis, so we'll see how good the efficiency is, but plan is already just 2-stop, relaxed, Ionna, Wally's, and Ionna again, because I haven't been to that one. Let's get rolling. Rolled into Wally's, about 14%. Google originally had 18%, so losing a little bit just based on stuff that Google preconditioning can't predict. Wind, temperature's a little lower, which should be able to figure that out, but since I had the heat on too, didn't help. Either way, we'll get charged up. Google says due to 62%. I'll probably go a little higher just to factor in that buffer again before getting to Springfield. But everything is going pretty much as expected. No problems. Back to Wally's. Just an observation. But it's interesting. This is not a dig at Tesla owners. It just shows the power of Tesla's branding and marketing. As I'm sitting here, there's a Tesla on the supercharger, and there were on the way up. But even with Tesla pricing, he's paying more to charge on the superchargers than to be over here on the Ionna station. And so that's branding, but that's also probably a little lack of education that they don't, and Tesla's good. They make sure that their software routes them to the superchargers. But it's a little bit of research, and they could be saving 4 or 5 cents a kilowatt hour, which isn't much, but hey, every little bit helps. Just observation on the road. All right, getting her unplugged here. Got up to 70%. Should be plenty to get to the next Ionna station, one I have not visited yet, new one in Springfield, which honestly it's a relay, so I may not have much around it. That'll be interesting. But there we go. 14 to 70%, 29 minutes. That's the one place that the Google Maps route planning does get wrong the most is time at chargers, because it told me this was supposed to be a 45-minute charge and did it in 30 minutes. So the Google Maps does really good, but I had never paid that much attention to where it tells me how long I need to be there. I know it's always going to be faster. Don't know why they can't figure that out. It knows the car, should know the charging profile, knows the temperature. So if Google's listening, which they're not, let's work on that. All right, get in and we're off. Just watching the ramp up here, and then we'll get on with it. We're just about there, 150, 423 amps, so we're rocking and rolling. All right, let's step back here a second. We are in Springfield, Illinois, at the Ionna station, off I-55 on Dirksen Parkway. Back up, back up, back up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 6 stalls, or 6 chargers, 12 stalls. Split 8 and 4, CCS and NACS. This was in construction the last time I made this trip, and now we're open. You've got, obviously, trash can, squeegees, canopy, 39 cents. Close to the interstate, you got Long John Silver's, which I believe is brand new. If you want to hoof it across the street, you got McDonald's, or if you want to go across the field, there's a McAllister's or dispensary. All your needs. So it'll get the cup for having stuff nearby, but not 24-hour. Other than that, I believe originally when this went in, it was supposed to be a Wawa going either where Long John Silver's is or in this lot here. But Wawa has since backed out of that for whatever reason. So at least they put something in so we can take a quick break. We're also right by a bunch of hotels, so it's actually a really good stop for traveling. I got here right around 20%. I need to get up to probably 60, 65% to make it home comfortably. And that's if I want to be comfortable. Don't always want to be comfortable. Sometimes I want to play with and tempt fate. So either way, got a lot warmer too, so my efficiency picked up, but the wind is still kicking, so. This one should rate pretty good. The only thing it's gonna lose on is not having 24-hour amenities within a reasonable, any distance actually, so. There you go, Springfield, Illinois, rather new Ionna station. Just off 55, you get off at the Stevenson exit, and it's off at Dirksen Parkway. And that's all I got for right now. I'm gonna go see what's going on inside Long John Silver's, but not eating, just checking it out. Best laid plans of mice and men, of course. Long John Silver's wasn't open, so I had to do the old Frogger maneuver across the street to visit McDonald's, but it happened. I forgot how early it was when I went over there. Interestingly, I'm like 2 blocks from that crappy Jiffy Stop charge point I used the last time I did the Chicago trip. So it's great that this Ionna opened up right here. Let me know in the comments if you think like whistle stop tour of Springfield would be of interest. There are quite a few other stops. There's a Tesla station I've used several times. I believe there's another Tesla station I haven't used. And something, the Meijer or Walmart has something. So there's other stops here. So like I said, jump in the comments, let me know if that would be of interest. Swinging up here one day and just kind of doing a full tour of what Springfield has to offer. I haven't studied PlugShare, but there may be other stuff coming. So we'll see. I'm just gonna relax until we're charged up, and we'll see where we go. I had to jump back in here because I was screwing around with Google Maps, and it used to only be that all I could do was go down to 10% for my arrival percentage, but it changed, it updated. I could go as low as 1%. I won't. I'm actually putting in 10% to get a proper thing. And that's why I think the charging time estimate was off too. I always forget it defaults to 30% arrival, which is ridiculous. But anyway, that's really cool that I hadn't seen this update. Google Maps now allows you to go as low as a 1% arrival, which is the out of spec way, but I'm not doing the out of spec thing. I'm doing the I don't want to have to stop again thing. So just thought I'd jump in. That was pretty interesting. Stayed a little longer because it just was nice, just hanging out. Either way, get her unplugged. We're about just shy of 70%. Get home with plenty of juice. Yeah, there we go, 70%, 25 minutes. Would love to see that get better, but it's still manageable. It's a beautiful day, not a terrible stop, and look, everyone's rolling in. And I'm rolling out. Probably the last update till I get home. Not sure why I would need anything else. So, see you in the wrap-up. Well, there you have it. I'm almost home. Made a couple stops, and I'll still pull in my garage. 9%. Piece of cake. So, I guess the wrap-up is obviously get out, road trip. It's not hard, it's fun. I tend to screw around a little bit at chargers because I find it fun to try out new chargers, and not just weird that way. I will say the biggest takeaway is the Chicagoland area charging infrastructure still needs a lot of work. Even where we were at the hotel, there was no chargers at the hotel. It was miles away from any other chargers, and a lot of them were pretty expensive. And I was seeking out like the BP Pulse, and then finding that Shell Recharge. I could have done a Tesla or an EA, but I've done enough of those. But I think there's still room for improvement up there for sure, especially affordable. Like if I had plugged into a Tesla, it would have been like 63 cents a kilowatt hour. And that was not what I was looking forward to. And there's a lot of EVs up there that I saw. I was spotting the whole time, and not just it's very Tesla heavy, but a lot of non-Teslas up there. And yes, mental note was saw 3 Lucid Airs and a Lucid Gravity throughout the weekend. Not counting the ones at the showroom that we went to. Either way, it was a fun trip, great time with family. Had fun driving, testing out new chargers. I was hoping to hit the BP Pulse Giga Hub at O'Hare. That didn't work out, so maybe the next time. Be an interesting large location, see how that runs. But other than, I'm gonna jump in the little office blackboard thing, and I'll do a wrap up on the charger scoring. I'll try and keep that as quick as possible because this has gone long enough. We'll see you in there. You know I'm never done when I say I'm done. I was meaning to check my overall trip stats. Interestingly, once you hit 10%, Ford will not show you your miles per kilowatt hour for a total trip, only the current trip. So I thought that was a little weird. I had to get home, plug in to get my stats. Anyway, 808 miles at 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour. So that's about what I would expect. Probably a little better than I would expect. So we'll take that as a win. And now we'll go in and wrap up some scores. Okay, we got the scores tallied up. I'm going to run through these as quickly as possible because, like I said, this has gone on long enough. So here we go in order. First, we had the Rivian station in Bloomington, Illinois. It got 0 for trash can, squeegee, canopy, 1 for location, 2 for speed, 1 for amenities, 1 for price, giving it a total of 5. I like the station, but the ratings are the ratings. So next up, we have the Ionna station at Wally's in Pontiac. This one's gonna be a good score. It's a perfect score. 3 for trash cans, squeegees, canopies, 2 for location, 2 for speed, 2 for amenities, 2 for price, and the extra shot because of the Tesla station, giving it, I believe, a new high score of 12. The Shell Recharge in Aurora,
technically. Gets a 2 for trash cans and squeegees, but nothing for canopy. 1 for location and 1 for speed. 2 for amenities, 24 hours. 2 for price, giving it a total of 8. Puts it kind of right in the middle. Then we had the BP Pulse in Crystal Lake. That one gets 2 for trash cans and squeegees. 0 for location, because there's nothing, no interstate, nothing around anywhere near it. 1 for speed, because those are 150 kilowatt shared. 2 for amenities, 1 for the price, totaling 6. And obviously, you can pause this if you need to see the numbers quicker, better. Like I said, I'm just trying to cut this down as much as possible, but get them in there anyway. And then we have the Springfield Ionna station, which gets 3 for trash cans, squeegees, and canopy. 2 for location, not too bad off the interstate, 555. 2 for speed. Only 1 for amenities because there's nothing 24 hours close by. And 2 for price, giving it a total of 10, which puts it towards the top. It's a good stop. It's one I will probably use more times than not. So there you go. There's another road trip, Chicago and back, using mostly different chargers, depending on how you look at the Ionna station. If you found this useful, fun, entertaining, make sure you subscribe because there's a lot more coming. Give it a like, jump in the comments, tell me what you think. And that's about it. See you on the next one.